Hello, I'm the official name raider. My job is to look through the first page of Google, review the nicknames provided by the internet, and then give my recommendations at the end. Today we're looking at Pineco and Forretress. I think the name Turret might be much better if it was more of an offensive Pokemon. Like, it actually, from what I recall, has decent offense, but I think 99% of the time people are going to use it more as a defensive thing and give it very basic baby ass attacks because it isn't really good for much else. So you could use it as Turret, but I don't think it's the most fitting. Okay, I actually like Contra. I think Contra is not a bad one. I think it's a better sounding, and just because it's fun to think of like what Pokemon you could name after other video games. So I support Contra. I've been looking at B17 and I've been thinking about how I feel about it because I like the idea of it being the flying fortress. Like, that's clever, and technically speaking, Fortress kind of just floats. Yeah, in the anime he doesn't, but I don't know. I'm half and half on it. I don't hate it, but I also don't like it. Fort Knox, yeah, I remember thinking that when I was like fucking 12, and I was like, man, this is a terrible nickname, but I don't have anything better. So at least I understood it was terrible, though. So Alcatraz is actually on my list of nicknames where I'm like, I'm not sure what Pokemon it'll fit. Maybe one day I'll find it. I mean, I guess it could fit Forretress. I don't know if I really like it on Forretress, but I mean, if you want to, sure. So I'm not big on Transformers, but I recognize the name Ironhide. If you want to do a Transformers thing, that's fine. I don't really have an opinion on it. Shrapnel I actually like, and I think it sounds good, but like, I'm still waiting for that wow, oh my god nickname that's gonna blow me away, and that hasn't come yet. So Shrapnel's been basically the thing I've been using until that happens, and it's like, it's a good nickname. It's not bad, it's just I'm expecting something so much better. Okay, so I really like Cluster Bomb because I like Jet Force Gemini, and I think that was one of the cooler weapons, and it's definitely unique and different. As far as I know, Cluster Bombs aren't a real thing, and it would just be kind of like that, so I like it. I think it's cool. I don't think I would ever use it, but I really like it for just being different and just being a Jet Force reference. Stalingrad, I definitely recognized it, and that was a double-checked it just for my own sake. It was a Russian battle during World War II. If you want to use that, like, that's okay. There's a strange amount of like references to like weapons and war with Forretress. I'm not entirely sure why. Like, I think I get it, but it's kind of crazy to me. Okay, I don't think I've seen it during the video, but I do have it written down. Grenade, it works the same thing as Shrapnel. I think it sounds fine, it works. The only real, I guess, downside to it would be kind of like the thing of giving away the idea of like, my fortress explodes. I mean, you don't have to, but I definitely think that people would jump to that conclusion. Also, I'm getting tired of seeing Walnut. I saw it on the original Pokemon.net and I ignored it because I was like, man, that's a bad nickname. And this entire thread is just basically a combination of Fort Knox and Walnut, which are both two very bad nicknames. So I ignored it by choice, but just so this way nobody asks in the comments, hey, what do you think of this? The answer is, I think it's bad. Okay, so that's the bottom of Google. There was a couple links that were kind of nothing. Like, this was just something about like Arab gamers, which kind of has nothing to do with anything. And this one right here, don't click on, because apparently it's a malicious site, and my antivirus went crazy and was like, yeah, fuck this place. So don't go there, don't click on that. Everything else was we went over, so we'll check the spreadsheet. This doesn't make sense to me at all, because Psych. Okay, well, it's based off this. Okay, but do you know what people are going to think of when they see Psych? Probably either psychic or psychologist. This has nothing to do with anything. No one's going to jump to this conclusion. You're going to have to use the full name, or it's just not going to fucking work. That's it, though. Nothing else on here is interesting to me. We've already seen Grenade. I saw Conquer, and I started thinking of Conquer the Squirrel, opposed to this. So, I mean, I think my Firefox might be under attack or something. So I'm gonna try and wrap this one up quickly for you. The names that were worth highlighting, Alcatraz we saw. I personally think they could find somewhere else some better home for it, but like I admire it for doing that. Contra I liked, Grenade I liked, and then Shrapnel was currently the best out of them, that in my opinion. So until we can find something better, that's going to be what I use. Other words, I mean, provide any ideas and suggestions you have for Pineco and Forretress-based nicknames. I'd love to see them. They're kind of limited, but the options that are there, they're cool sounding, and I like them. It's just, I don't know. Just don't do Fort Knox. It's really lame.